Mr. Fishback, are we expecting a court reporter?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone else? Miss Carla Newkirk, are we expecting a court reporter to share knowledge?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone being on time. So the matter was set this morning for a number of things. The petitioner, Ms. Rasha Newkirk, had filed a couple of motions, a motion for school change, motion for order to transfer Social Security funds. And then the mother, Ms. Carla Newkirk, had asked that three motions be heard: a motion to have case reviewed for return of child, a motion for contempt, which was older, and a motion for contempt and or return of child, which is also older. So, Mr. Fishback, what's the status of things now?
I think it's the same as it was when Your Honor ruled on the merits of the underlying petition.
Yeah, for temporary custody. Right.
Correct.
Yeah, I entered an order back on 19th of September.
Correct. So
yeah,
based on that ruling, my client has requested, because of economics, that we file the two motions that we have filed, which involve school, with the dynamic there being transportation costs, and the Social Security funds, which the dynamic there is feeding the child and taking care of the child's needs, while Ms. Newkirk, Rasha Newkirk, is the custodial parent.
Right. Where are the funds going now?
To Carla Newkirk.
Oh, how long have they been going to Carla Newkirk?
My memory is sometime about May, during a blitzkrieg of filings by the attorney that withdrew. Somehow the funds were transferred to Carla Newkirk about that time. So May of 22.
Okay. Well, as an initial matter, Miss Carla Newkirk, if Rasha Newkirk has primary custody of the child, is there any reason the Social Security funds shouldn't go to her?
If that is the case, if you're granting her that custody, then I don't see why.
Why not, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she has been granted temporary custody. I mean, again, I think we discussed this before. All of this is temporary in nature. Okay. And Ms. Carla Newkirk, how much is that?
Right now it was like 620, but it was used for her band and the trips that she was on. So right now I don't have them. For some reason it stopped, so I don't have them. So there's no Social Security funds for Jayla. She hasn't.
Oh, it was 620 per month?
It was 620 per month, yes, sir.
Okay, and when did those stop?
In October.
So the last payment you got was in October, or the last payment you got was September?
It was October.
And how often were you paid?
It was a month.
Okay, so did you get October's payment or not?
I did get October's payment, yes, sir.
Okay, and when's the November payment due?
It was supposed to due on the 3rd, but they said they were looking into some issues or something, so there is no payment as of right now for November.
And what communication did you get that's saying the payments were going to stop, or they were looking into something?
From the Social Security office. And then I went down there on November 2nd, and they said that they were investigating because they were trying to figure out what happened to the record and how come the address got switched over to my mom's address, and I guess some other communication that got sent in. So they said all the records and stuff are electronic. So right now it's under investigation from the Social Security office on what happened to benefits.
Okay. And why was she getting benefits?
She was receiving benefits because I was receiving benefits.
Okay. But these obviously are separate. These are her designated to her as opposed to the ones designated to you.
No, sir. No, sir. If I don't get them, she doesn't get them.
Right.
Yes.
But did it come in the same check?
No, they come different. I guess it's like an offset, I guess, to help, you know.
Right.
You know, with, I guess, taking care of her and stuff like that while I'm on it. So
So you would get 2 checks a month, one for you, one for her?
yes, sir.
Okay. Hang on. Have you stopped getting benefits?
They still have my benefits as they gave me my benefits because the rent and everything like that. But they said everything's under investigation on what happened to it. They talked to my physicians. I'm going through their physical therapy and stuff. So they're trying to figure out what happened because they don't understand why it stopped or what was going on. So
All right. Did you get a check for November?
I did not get a check for November, but they paid for the rent for November. And they said that everything should be done. They're going to try to, I get a letter or something like that, hopefully by the 16th.
Okay.
Concluding the thing, but they said all my bills and stuff, they're paying everything because there was no reason for them to stop.
Right. So the check you got for rent, was that paid directly to the rental company or?
Directly to the landlord, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Fishback, would it suffice for the court to enter an order that on a temporary basis, if there are any money sent to the child, that they would be directed to Rasha Newkirk?
Yes, Your Honor. And just jumping in on what the testimony has been, my
Well, it
guess,
hadn't been testimony, but yeah, I didn't swear anybody in the statements. Go ahead.
what the statements have been, my guess is that the Social Security Administration is aware that the child is not with the mom somehow, and they're investigating that would be my guess. So what your proposal on the order or thoughts on the order is what I was actually thinking. And there's something to the effect of if there are such benefits, then they should go to the benefit of the child.
Right. Who's now in the temporary custody of the aunt. So, yeah, any benefits directed for the child will go at this point to Rasha Newkirk. Now, it doesn't sound as though, now that the child's with Rasha Newkirk, that they're not going to send any Social Security to Carla Newkirk for the child.
No, they will not send her. They will not send any money from Social Security to me because if Jayla, so-called, is not here, she will not be here, which is, you know.
Right.
If that's the case, that's understandable.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, because you wouldn't need the money because she's not with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Fishback, if you'll just reduce that to an order.
I can do that.
Yeah, sort of explaining what we just discussed, but let me grab that real quick. Okay. We're going to call this Okay. The next matter is the motion for change schools. Mr. Fishback, what's the status of there?
This child is currently attending Sandalwood. There was a lot of discussion back and forth during the hearings that we had on this case about Sandalwood versus Fletcher. Fletcher is much closer to the Rasha Newkirk, Iris Newkirk home in Mayport. Sandalwood is closer to the Carla Newkirk home where she's at. In light of the order, at some time that makes sense, like start of semester January or start of school 2023 at fall, we're requesting the court consider allowing Rasha to move Jayla to Fletcher. The commute is a lot shorter with gas being $5 a gallon and all that. Very expensive.
Miss Carly Newkirk, do you have any thoughts on that?
The only time that I see my daughter is at Sandalwood. So that again would be them being allowed to alienate her from me. Again, I see my daughter at school, and that's how I keep track of her grades and everything, which her attendance is, I have letters that I can send in about her attendance not being good, and there's no reason for it to be here when I stay right here. I go, help at the school. So again, that's the only way that I see my daughter. So if they move her to Fletcher, again, that'll be a way for them to keep her from me.
Well, you're entitled to visitation every weekend, right?
No, they block the numbers. They do not. I have not had communication with my daughter other than at school and events.
Oh. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second just to look through something. Okay, Mr. Fishback, do you wish to present any testimony or evidence regarding your motion to change schools?
Yes, Your Honor, I would call Rasha Newkirk.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, Ms. Rasha Newkirk, if you raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm that any testimony provided be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Help me God, yes.
Okay. Mr. Fishback. And then Ms. Carla Newkirk occurs when Mr. Fishback's done with his questions. I'll let you ask questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Fishback.
Thank you. Ma'am, can you please tell the court where Jayla Newkirk is presently going to school?
Sandalwood.
And can you detail for the court what travel issues that creates for you?
It's a lot of gas money, time to get there. It takes about 20 minutes to get there, and it's expensive.
How during the week, Monday through Friday, how many trips are you making currently to Sandalwood?
5 trips in the morning, and Jessica 5 trips in the afternoon.
So your camp.
What do you mean, Jessica, in the afternoon?
And Jessica picks her up from school because
And Jessica's your sister?
yes,
Right. So you take her to school and Jessica brings her back?
yes,
Okay.
So all the costs are being borne by your camp at this point,
yes.
if you will. Okay. How far away is Fletcher from your home?
Fletcher is 15 minutes. It's at
Okay. And how does that compare to Sandalwood?
the bus comes right in front of our neighborhood, so the bus will come and pick her up. So we wouldn't have to take time out from work.
Can you get busing to Sandalwood?
You know, it's not in the district.
Gotcha. Okay. Obviously, you wouldn't want her to have to transfer mid-semester, but are you hoping the court will consider a January start or a August start so that this problem can be cured
Yes.
on a temporary basis? The mom raised some issues about time sharing.
Well, hold on. Let's just think of one thing at a time. But
That's right.
I mean, if that's part of your motion, then so be it. I just want to stay on track. Okay.
That's not correct. That's all the questions I had, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Carla Newkirk, do you have any questions for Rasha Newkirk regarding the motion to change schools?
I just want to know why, if there's a bus here, would she want to take her to Fletcher when she'd be getting on a bus to Fletcher? Why would she take her from her friends and the teachers, you know, and basically the foundation that she has here, to start new at another school? You know, she's in band. She's
all right. Can you formulate that into a question?
Why would she need to take a bus to Fletcher when she can take a bus to Sandalwood here?
Because you're not fixing the communication to where she wants to go to your location to start your relationship. Like, if you're not going to reach out to her and fix the relationship so she feels comfortable to be with you, then that's your job.
Okay, but we don't have issues when we're at the school. So why would you want to take her from the school that we communicate without y'all, like we were doing for years before the incident that y'all created? So we're trying to figure out, how come you want to take her if that's the only way that me and her communicate? Why would you want to take her to Fletcher?
Why is that the only way?
What do you mean, why is that the only way? Because that's the only way that y'all have it. You wait. I'm not going to say, because like you say, like he keeps saying, that would be hearsay for what she tells me, but we communicate and we're fine. And there's teachers, there's all the, you know, guidance counselors, everything is there that sees the interaction with us, plus witnesses. So why would you want to take her from the environment that she gets to see her mother?
Carla, you don't go to the school?
And how do you know that?
Because I went up there and put my name on there. And so you'd have to go through me to get communication if you're going to go up there. They haven't contacted me.
That's not true. Because here, I can send in evidence of all.
All right, well, hold on. Yeah, you're supposed to be asking questions right now. I'm going to give you a minute to testify later.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
I have one more question, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, let me ask some questions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ms. Roshanukert, how long has the child been going to Sandalwood?
Since August.
No.
August of this year?
Yes, on school start.
She didn't attend Sandalwood last year or any time in the past?
No, this is her first year at Sandalwood. She was at Mayport in a Mayport middle school.
Oh. Has she ever been to Fletcher?
No.
What activities or extracurricular activities is she involved in at Sandalwood?
She goes to band class, but she hasn't been staying after for, I guess, reasons not getting along with the instructor. But today she's staying after because she started a new instrument. And after I talked to the band teacher, she said that he's acting a little bit better. So she's staying today after school for the first time.
What instrument?
She's playing trumpet now, and she was playing the clarinet.
Okay. And in the fall, I mean, in the school year that we've had, did she do anything with the band? Like, did she play in a pep band or march with a band on Friday nights or anything like that?
There was a couple of school games that she went to after school, maybe two of them.
Where she played in the band?
Yes.
You mean football games?
Yes.
Why didn't she play in more?
She felt uncomfortable.
What does that mean?
I don't know the situation of her mom talking to the band teacher and the band teacher assuming she's a certain way that she's not and treating her different. And after I talked to him, she said that he felt that he came off a little bit better. And so now today she's actually staying active for the first time.
And what happens after school? What is she doing there?
She's doing band practice. She started a new instrument, so she had to bring both of them today. So she's just practicing and doing band things.
Okay. And why wasn't she staying after school before?
She felt uncomfortable the way the teacher was treating her based off of what he was told about the situation.
Okay. All right. Does she have any other activities at Sandalwood?
No.
Does she have friends at Sandalwood?
Yes, she has two that I know of.
And so why would Fletcher benefit, Jayla?
It's as far as benefit, I think it's a great school from my experience. And the only reason is because it's closer and it's a fresh start. She doesn't have an issue going to Sandalwood or Fletcher, but it's just closer for us. And she understands that. But hopefully it will benefit her like it did us because it's a good school.
Mr. Fishback, you said you had other questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Ma'am, this is from Rasha Newkirk. Does she also have friends that she knows at Fletcher?
Yes, the friends that she had at Mayport, they're in Fletcher.
So most of her Mayport classmates moved on to Fletcher.
Yes,
Does Fletcher have a band?
yes,
Could she participate in the band at Fletcher?
yes.
Okay. There was some discussion about Sandalwood attendance this fall. We only have a small sample size, but what is your position on attendance at Sandalwood so far as you all have been doing it?
It's been good. Last week she missed 2 days because she was really sick. And then they had the hurricane. So she went to school 2 days last week. And then they had the hurricane. And then Wednesday was a half a day. And because of our schedules, she had to stay home on half days because it's farther and we have to take off from work. So she 2 days last week.
Okay. So
yeah, it's good.
is the distance then just having a minimal effect on attendance? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, it's a minimal effect on attendance because we make sure she's there.
Would that improve if the child went to Fletcher?
It would be the same. We'll walk her to her bus stop and she'll get on there and go. So it would be the same.
Okay, that didn't compute with me. If you're having trouble on half days getting her to Sandalwood and she can take a bus in Fletcher, wouldn't she have better?
Yes, it would be better because she wouldn't have to get off on half days because the bus would come pick her up. So it would be better.
Okay. Last question. How are Jayla's grades this semester at Sandalwood?
They're good. They're the same. She still
Okay,
has
well,
a grade in band.
we learned at the hearing that she did well the first 3 quarters at Mayport Middle and then didn't do so hot the last quarter. So when we say the same, that doesn't really answer. Can you give a grade level on her fall grades?
She has A's and B's, and I think she has her still bad grade in band because she's now just starting to stay after. So band is her only bad grade, but she still has the A's and B's.
Okay, that's all the questions I had, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Roshan, Carla Newkirk, did you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fishback, did you have any other testimony or evidence you wanted to present on that issue?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Carla Newkirk, did you want to testify on that issue?
As far as her grades, she is.
Well, hold on. Do you want to testify?
Yes, sir. I guess. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, hang on. Let me swear you in.
Okay.
All right. If you raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that any testimony provided be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you want to tell me about the school issue?
She's currently failing 3 classes. Her teachers have communicated with me that they do have tutoring. Her English teacher, her environmental teacher, and the band teacher, told me what my sister talked about or whatever, and was Jayla was also skipping some classes because and I have all of that I can send in to the court if the court needs it. Um, like I said, I'm trying not to say things that Jayla has told me because I don't want Mr. Fishback or them to say it was hearsay. But
Well, how do you know she's failing 3 classes?
Because I have the classes and I've communicated with the teachers. The teachers still email me, her English teacher, because I went to open house. And I let the guidance counselor know. And since I am her mother, they still communicate with me. And like I said, when I go to see her, we don't have a problem.
Have you received any report cards?
I have this warning, the first warning letter that they sent me. I don't know if you.
What's that regarding?
Like, the warning letter, it just tells you, like, it says the student has earned incomplete on subject grades, and courses should be complete. It just says, like, the things that she needs. It says, like, she'll need, like, algebra 1, 30% of her grade must pass to graduate, 30% of final grades. It just basically just a rundown of everything that's going on, and then letting her know that there is tutoring available, that she will be able to get, here, because we're right up the street, 6 minutes away, as well as getting to school, because we're 6 minutes away, and there's also a bus, and any activities that she needs to get through, there will be no issues of her getting to school or being able to stay after school like in the past.
Okay, but you don't have like a report card?
The report card, I do have the report card. I have the report card on my